And let's just start with, I guess, the biggest news, the biggest topic of the night, Kevontae Turpin. Kevontae Turpin.
I think they
Trey,
call it
what did
Turpin
you
time.
Turpin time? Turpin
Turpin
time
time.
had returned had two returns for touchdowns in the first half, one being a kick return, one being a punt return.
Mm-hmm.
Trey, when you saw it, just give me your initial thoughts. Yeah, the initial thoughts of the player leading up to this and going forward.
He was exactly what I expected him to be, and I was happy to see that. So, like, to be honest, man, like when we signed him and when they gave him a 3-year contract, I thought that was like a little overkill. I hadn't
Yeah.
watched him I think he was in the USFL, so I had
Yep.
never watched him. But based on us signing him to a 3-year deal, knowing that he won MVP as a return man, I expected to see him do well on the kick return, and he didn't surprise me. The first one was the kick return. I think it was like 96
Mm-hmm.
yards. He
Mm-hmm.
fielded it, and I was watching dinner with my wife, and he made a move. He cut, and the first thing that I noticed was his acceleration. He went from like
Yeah.
0 to 60 real quick. Like, he went scored the touchdown. He accelerated away from the kicker, and I thought, man,
Yep.
that was good. That's amazing.
That was good.
Then
That was good.
when you find out about the kick return, I mean the punt return,
Punt return.
he catches the ball. As he catches the ball, he steps back at the time, eluding the defender,
That was right in his grill as soon as he caught it.
right in his grill.
Yeah.
Catches the ball, makes a move, turn on the Jets again, and man, he can run. Man, he's one of those dudes that run a 4.3, uh, like the 40, but then you can actually see that
Yeah.
on the football field.
Right.
So
Translates.
so I'm excited for him, man. I mean, I've never seen a Cowboy return two kicks, punt return or kick return in the same game, not that I can recall. And I think Dion is the leader with four returns for us, and I think that's you know the record here in Dallas. And I think that it's no way he gonna go through the whole season and don't run a kick return back. At minimum, even if he don't run one back, if as long as he's giving us good field position, I think that'll be a big thing if he can flip the field. I feel like a kick returner is just as important as a punter. So
Yeah, I saw Shannon on Undisputed making some good points about his the effect of a fear return, man. Like even if you don't, even if it doesn't get the opportunities because they're kicking away from a lot of punish shank kicks to, you know, keep it away from them, right? And it affects that field position. But I guess to go back to Cavante, man, coming out of I guess he has some personal trouble. Coming out of TCU, got kicked out of the program, and kind of travel all around different leagues before landing in the spot. And you know how the information in the media profiles, the programs, his height is listed at 5'9" and his weight is at 160. So that really probably means what, 5'7", 150. Just they throw a little extra sauce on the sizes, of these players. But I'm like, wow, man, that dude is my size out there for real, out here returning kicks, and I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But man, super exciting. When I watched them, of course, kind of sent me down the Rolodex of our players in the past that you felt like were kind of dangerous as a return man. Of course, we got my guy Prime Time back there, of course, the GOAT. But then it started making me thinking, we all like Tony. Tony was just primarily the kick returner last year, not punt return, right? We had Cedric Wilson back there for punt return, right?
well, I mean, the Cowboys always. I mean, CD returned a couple punts last year. I think
Yep.
Wilson came back and did a couple punts. I think I know the kick return that Pollard had was definitely, it was a kick return, not a punt.
Yeah, kick return. And I can't, of course, I was just trying to start thinking of like some of our returners we had. And I guess the guy that I was like was kind of the most consistent to me over a stretch of period of time was probably Dwayne Harris.
But he wasn't he didn't. Yes, he was good.
He wasn't electric. He wasn't like this, like in terms of, yeah, he had a whole little celebration, receiver. He's a special teams guy. He'd even, on the flip side, go down there as a gunner, and get it done. But man, I can't remember a guy like this where you know some excitement, other teams fear kicking it to him. I mean, we'll see going forward if they really do fear him. They might be like, "Let me see you do it again." I don't know, but I think they go into it with a game plan for a guy back there. So that was super exciting to see, man. It was so crazy to just in general forget football when you see people opportunity meeting preparation, you know what I mean? And like, dude, been all over these different leagues and had this opportunity, and boom, by halftime, his shoulder pads were off, ball cap on,
And
done
not
deal.
only did he
Like
make it to the
that's crazy.
NFL, not only did he make it to the NFL, he playing for the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas
So
Cowboys,
the light's gonna be on
because
every
because
week.
because you want to talk about opportunity. You don't get. I mean, you get time as a receiver, right, in training camp, but he doesn't get to. You know, they're not doing kickoffs live in practice because
Right.
it's such a dangerous play. So
Mm-hmm.
this is like for real one of his first opportunities to really show what he can do as a return man, and boom, I'm in half the game. I'm on the squad. I'm gonna go sit down.
Like that's enough. Go ahead. We've seen enough.
Yeah.